is playoff football in Chicago. The cold, the wind, the snow, and these Bear fans wouldn't have it any other way here inside historic Soldier Field. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the Chicago Bears. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give him credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line.
A nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back.
And the Bears take over.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From the 22, Fields. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Fields now to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Now they try the right side here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
First carry now for David Montgomery. Down to the 25. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up first and goal.
They'll run with Montgomery. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
That grounding call could very well doom this drive. We'll see. They'll try again here, third and goal. To throw is Fields. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And Boswell's kick is good. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit. So every point is precious.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Bobby Okereke able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of a yard. After the sack here, second and 11. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Nothing after one on EA Sports.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Back to throw here. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Now a handoff as they run left side. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Here's 2nd and 10. And a give this time to the tailback. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete here to Kmet.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Room here to run. There he goes, right side. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. And that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And there was so much that was impressive about this play, but it wasn't just what he did downfield. How about what he did behind the line of scrimmage? This wasn't a play where he just had a direct path to get him downfield and make the big play. He had to adjust on the fly behind the line of scrimmage, and in the end, that became a tremendous run.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch, and guess what?
And he fires one that's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Sam Sloman now for the point after. Goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. Looking to throw again on second down. Fields will get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. That's complete to Mooney. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. In this weather, any big play in the pass passing game. That's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think inclement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll make this a second down. And now here's a carry heading left. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, here's Fields. They'll roll him out right to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Second down and goal. Fields. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Just nowhere to go with the football. He was forced to put that one into Lake Michigan. I think his receivers have to do a better job of working free because he didn't have anywhere to go at all on that play.
You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. 56 of mine. Who that? Who that?
Now Fields on third and goal. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Boswell's kick is good. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Check, 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 check.
Now a first down throw, Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
56 to Mike. 56. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. 56 to Mike.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. There's Mooney with another catch. That catch good for only a couple.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
56. Mike, 56. Time to go, night, night. 56 to Mike. 56.
Throwing on third down, Fields. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
A very important third down conversion right there because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up first and goal.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that will tie our game here in the third. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving. My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They'll look to throw now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And wow, the fair catch was signaled for and taken inside the 5-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
64 yards on the ground for him so far.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And some room to maneuver. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big play there on the catch and run. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. On 1st down, Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now it's Fields. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Bears on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now a handoff as they run left side. Open space inside the 10. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop him.
And he stopped immediately there. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think...
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point put through by Boswell. And they will take a 7-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail by a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Their season, to be frank, it's on the line right now in this wild card matchup. And obviously points are a must here as they begin 1st and 10. 95 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
6 yards left on 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
2nd and 2. Flushed out right. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They get a good chunk of that penalty yardage back. A gain of 15. Second down. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's brought down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there, with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
2nd and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now Fields. Wide open receiver complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 21.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Now they try the right side here. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready in the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together, make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Back to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big connection on that one. 42 yards. Their season ends here. A tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get